the corner tip and a backhand across. That one deflected wide. Konechny spills down with 6. Puck still loose. Nosek keeps it moving. The NHL's all-time win record now belongs to these Boston Bruins. They win their 63rd game of the season. 63, 12, and 5, and still 2 games on the schedule for the 22-23 Bruins.
Just remarkable.
"20 seconds remaining. The Golden Knights start to celebrate on their bench. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Stanley Cup!
What the puck is going on?
What the puck is going on, April the 10th, 2024. I am Stephen Murray, nephew Dave here as well. A real short slate this evening, just 3 games, so we'll get right into it as we will expedite the show really fast. And we'll get to the full slate tomorrow on tomorrow's show. Nephew Dave, what's going on, man? How are you?
Doing well, sir.
All right, so all the divisions still up for grabs, technically. Boston holding on to their division. The Atlantic, the Rangers in first place in the Metro. Both of those teams up by 3 points over their second place team. Dallas yet to clinch, 5 points ahead of Colorado, and Vancouver 5 points now on top of Edmonton. So you would think that everyone's going to sail home to those division crowns, and then the teams who have marked off themselves as the green check mark for the playoffs are the Rangers, Hurricanes, Bruins, Panthers, Maple Leafs, and Lightning in the East. The teams that are still fighting for the last 2 spots will be the Islanders with 87 points, Capitals 85 points. They crawl back into the 8th spot. The Penguins 84, Red Wings 84, Flyers falling apart 83, Devils and Sabres just barely a lifeline with 79. In the West, the teams who have clinched are Dallas, Vancouver, Colorado, Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Nashville. And really the Kings and Knights should put things away. The Blues need a miracle to catch up to Vegas. And that could all be over by tonight as well. And that's how the standings go. So a lot to decide in the East, not so much in the West. What do you make out of all that, Dave?
Yeah, Steve, we've got some interesting stuff going on. I think really the teams that are already in, they're playing for seeding now. You know, of course, they're already locked in. So seeding to be determined, but we're going to have some really interesting matchups here. And with about 4 to 5 games left, there is a dogfight there for those last 2 wild card spots. Islanders doing themselves a big favor getting that win.
Yeah, playing good.
Playing good, getting that win against the Rangers last night. So good quality win for them. Washington moves up. They get a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Detroit, so that is a big game. They slide into that last playoff spot. Lindgren played incredible, lights out, and had it not been for a Patrick Kane goal with 1 second left, he would have had a shutout, which he faced about 43 shots, I believe. So incredible performance by him, Steve, and if he can keep that up and kind of keep the Capitals afloat, then they definitely have a shot. But they have Pittsburgh nipping on their heels, and it'll be a big game on Thursday between Detroit and Pittsburgh. So that'll be one that we definitely need to note. And then Washington will play Buffalo, another big game for them. So still a lot of meaningful games going on here, Steve.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, maybe it's time to turn back to Kemper, give him a little bit of a break there on the bench since Lindgren has been doing so well. But the Caps stick with Lindgren for now, and it pays off there. Okay, 3 games on the slate. The staggered start times, 8:10 p.m. Eastern. The Blues, it is do or die for them, but they don't control their own destiny. They'll have the Blackhawks at home. You got to figure they're at least going to put up a good showing for the home crowd tonight. There's not a chance in the world you're going to see me on any kind of Blackhawks on this, but at the same time, probably not anything with the Blues either. What do you got, Dave?
No, Steve, like you said, Blues got to have it at home. You would think that you're going to get a nice performance from them, but, don't be surprised if Chicago comes in and plays spoiler too. Tough to say here between these two teams. 5.5 might be your play here on an over. Anytime you get 5.5, I think, you got a decent shot anyway to play an over. So if I was to do anything here, that would probably be the one play that would pop out at me. And again, don't be surprised if, Chicago flies under the radar and puts St. Louis out of their misery.
Yeah, and Vegas, they'll be in Edmonton. They're the other half of the deal. I think if they go ahead and handle their business tonight, then that's officially it for St. Louis. Anyway, they are a short underdog at Edmonton. Edmonton, the slight favorite, -118. The Oilers, this definitely could be something we see in the Pacific or in the West once we come playoff time here. But Golden Knights in Edmonton. Interesting game here. 6.5 maybe too light. I think I would lean with goals in this one. What do you got?
Yeah, Steve, that's probably the play here. You're absolutely right. This could be a potential playoff matchup at some point. And it's worth noting, Steve, that there's going to be some really good teams going home in the first round.
Right, yes.
In this tournament, this is going to be incredible playoff hockey. I feel like, and there's going to be some must-watch games in there, and yeah, Steve. So anyway, it's going to be a great tournament, and I think goals here is probably the play. Figure this to be a hard-fought, maybe a playoff-style kind of game.
Right, and I'll make it simple here. I mean, over 2 goals or over 7.5 goals is at +250. So just to move it up 1 goal, you get +250 instead of +106. And I think I like Vancouver tonight at home against Arizona. Arizona got blown out last night. This is going to be somewhat of an ode to the fans. You can basically clinch your division tonight as well for Vancouver. So give me Vancouver to roll Arizona at home. I think if you want to lay -2.5 at +180, that's fine. And if you want to go all the way up to -3.5 +420, I'm not going to argue with you either. But -2.5 goals for Vancouver +180 and the over 7.5 in the Vegas Edmonton game. Your $10 will pay out a total of $88. So I think that's a simple 2-gamer you can try to attack for tonight's card. So give me Vancouver, Dave. Give me the Edmonton Oilers over. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, Steve, I was going to say the same thing. I think you have room here to go to 2.5 to get a nice number. So I'm all over that with you as well. If you want to play something, maybe you've got some other stuff involved with it, a little baseball or basketball or something. I would feel pretty good about taking Vancouver on the 60-minute line as well at -155. That's not a terrible price, I don't feel like, for a team that, should absolutely clobber the Arizona Coyotes, who there's rumors now that they may be moving to Utah. So
right.
Hockey in the desert may be over here soon.
It definitely might be. Okay, so that's it for the slate for tonight. Just 3 games left to play. We'll do a quick look at the futures for the division. Everything's going to get reshuffled here for the conference, so we're not going to worry about that too much. But as far as the divisions go, this will just give you a quick idea and then we'll get on out of here. So if you want any of the second place teams to try to catch up, Carolina is 6-1, Florida is plus 500, Winnipeg's plus 3,500, Avalanche 80-1, and Edmonton is plus 240 to catch Vancouver. I think this is all just the favorites right here, Dave.
Yeah, Steve. At this point, there's I think the division futures is pretty much laid to rest. With the numbers that you're getting now, I think if you're going to play futures now, it's time to focus on maybe the conference and the Stanley Cup itself. Trying to look for these bigger numbers. Maybe a little bit juicier of plays if you can get a 2 or 3 leg parlay going. Maybe one team to win the East, team to win the West. I have a couple things going on like that. So you're only going to boost up your numbers if you do it that way. So I think that's the way to kind of look at things now. And maybe, I think the divisions are probably about wrapped up.
And if you viewers out there want to just risk one big bet here on your divisions, if you got some floating capital, a couple $1,000 you want to throw down, you can take all the favorites right now. Rangers, Bruins, Stars, and Canucks with their commanding lead. If you take all four, it's minus 160 on the money line. So that would be not too bad, to be honest. You're going to risk 1,600 to win 1,000, but you have the big leads pretty much in every division. At least a couple games. You'd really have to kind of hit the tank, I think, to lose that at the end of the day. All right, Dave, we'll go ahead and get on out of here, and we'll do a full slate of games tomorrow. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Actually, we'll do a penalty box for tomorrow night. But do you have a goal scorer for tonight?
Let's see. Goal scorer for tonight. Let's look in this Oilers game, and I think I want to go with a Leon Draisaitl goal at plus 105 tonight.
Yep. All right. That would be a good one to go with. And I'll go ahead and I'll take the flip side of the script. That way someone can have something to parlay as well. Go ahead and give me a William Karlsson plus 280. We'll try that.
Nice. I like it.
All right. We'll go ahead and get on out of here. This is What the Puck is Going On. I am Stephen Murray.
What the puck is going on?
Nephew Dave. We will talk to you tomorrow.